Oh shit, here we go again.
Greetings everyone and welcome back to yet again another iWish video, a series in which I constantly buy stuff on Wish and see if it's any good or not, and this time around we have an iPhone 11 Pro / Max clone, because it's kind of in between the Pro and the Max, so I'm not too sure what it is. We'll just call it an iPhone 11 Prax clone for now. I guess that works. And just before we go any further, I'm gonna just disclaim it right here and now. This is going to be a really rambly review and it's gonna go for quite a long time. Now, if you do not like that, please go down to the pinned comment where you can see my timestamps and you can just click through and see whatever you want to see. If you want to sit here and watch the full rambly review, then keep continuing on. But that's fine. If you want to click through the timestamps and stuff, that's fine with me. Anyways, browsing on Wish just for random goodies and stuff, I came across this item here. As we've established already, this is an iPhone 11 Pro Max clone. Yep. It is called the X20 Pro, so there you go. When I seen this being offered for $150 Australian with $18 shipping, then with a further $7.50 discount, giving us a total of $160.50, which is probably about 110 US or something like that, I couldn't say no to it. I just had to get it to see, is it going to be any good? Is it going to be better than the Note 10 or the P30 or whatever else I've looked at? And it also has a bunch of stuff that obviously is not going to be true, but we have the reason why you must buy, because it has a 6.5-inch HD plus U-notch screen, even though it says 6.1 in the description. But anyways, we have 8-megapixel front cameras, 16-megapixel rear cameras, a 4,800 milliamp hour battery, which is always promised to us, but we never get, a MediaTek MT6595 CPU. That's an octa-core, by the way, but it's probably going to be 10 cores once we get into it. And we have the usual photos, such as the Face ID and the strong octa-core processor reshaping Android resource scheduling mechanism, greatly reducing the probability of stagnation, crash, and so on, so that you can snatch red packets faster. Whatever the fuck that means, but okay, fair enough. These are actually quite funny. 4,800 milliamp hour big battery. X20 Pro fast charging isn't just fast, it's faster than a flash. Yep. I am really loving this advertising campaign. 16-megapixel rear cameras capture your memorable moments with high-resolution 16-megapixel rear cameras. Doesn't the iPhone 11 Pro have a 12-megapixel camera? I believe it does. Well, it's got 3 of them. So, yeah. We also have the magical Twilight again, which they just literally change where it says X20 Pro to whatever model they come up with next, and that's the exact same thing, and they just put the pictures in. And then the fast efficiency and smooth performance octa-core processor. Yeah, whereas 128 gig, they've just had to squeeze it in there. Yeah, it's close enough. So it says 6.5-inch HD U-notch display, but then here in the description it says 6.1-inch U display. The smartphone delivers a viewing experience you've always wanted, with a massive 92% screen-to-body ratio on a 6.1-inch U screen. Just stop and pause the video and just read this for a second. Just read this masterpiece of a description. It is absolutely brilliant. And of course, all the specifications here with 6 gig of RAM, 128 gig ROM, 4G LTE. We'll see. OS 9.1, which still, at this point in time, has not been released yet. We are still on Android 9.0, which was running on the Note 10 clone, which is good. And we also have Lightning input. Of course, it's got to have Lightning input. Now, at this point in time, it's back to being $172 Australian with like $18 shipping or something, but honestly, don't buy this. If you're thinking about buying one, just don't buy it. If you're going to buy it for the shits and giggles, feel free, but if you're going to actually buy it to use it, don't worry about it. It's not worth it. Straight off the bat. And someone actually commented just before I started recording this video that they bought one, and they basically ruined the specs for me. So thank you to that person. It's all good. It's all good. Also, there's a couple of product reviews on a certain listing that I actually bought this one from. Sean says, it okay. And from Zivco, which has a picture of a massive butt. Case not fit, covering camera. Earphones not working at all. Phone is slow as hell, no NFC, also no fingerprint. Totally dissatisfied. So I'm glad it has some good reviews. In case you missed it, it does say fingerprint, which will be fun to see. Anyways, with another unbelievable shipping time of 11 days, we have an item delivered by Pablo Escobar himself from beyond the grave. This here. Oh boy. Doesn't it just look so dodgy though? I mean, they couldn't have made it look any less dodgy than this. seriously, guys, stick to the packaging like last time instead of making it look like this, because it might get stuck in customs. Also, the contents are mobile phone spare parts with a value of $18. So it's spare parts, you say. Fair. Alright. I think I just sliced through about 10 layers of bubble wrap, but that is okay. Oh boy. Is it going to be a white box? Is it going to be like a box that looks good? Or is it going to be just, yeah, it's just another white box. Of course it is. We have birthed another Wish baby. This is one of the most basic boxes in history. Do you want to see? Here, look. It's a dot. That's it. We bought a dot, people. We're moving up in the world. We've bought a dot. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. Well, guys. Well. Oh, shit. As usual. Oh, the device is kind of light. Okay. As usual, just do the unboxing pretty fast. Yes, I chose another European plug just to piss everyone off, okay? No, I didn't. I actually had a choice of US or European. I just chose European, but it looks exactly the same as the ones we've seen before. Nothing out of the ordinary here. As per usual, this thing is rubbish and I'm never going to use it. We have a... I'm sorry. That doesn't look like a lightning connector. They include the headphones, but I don't think there's a headphone jack. We'll see. They also include the SIM tool, which is usual. They also include... What the hell case? That's fair enough. No worries. There's actually a tempered glass screen protector included. Well, that's like an extra $2 of value there. So now we can yeet the box and yeet the accessories and move on to the device itself in all its wonderful glory. Here we go. Not expecting much. It's 12 o'clock. Well, the device is a thick boy. It's a thick boy. We have the micro USB and the headphone jack right at the top of the device. Because guess what? We're going to open up the back cover. Oh god. Okay, so supposedly we have a U-notch, but we'll see. I'll take this off in a second. Yes, we have speaker grills down here as well as a microphone. That looks like the speaker and that looks like nothing. Around the side there we have... Oh no, there is a SIM tray. There is a SIM tray. Never mind, but we still are going to take it apart anyways. And here at the top, the micro USB and the headphone jack, even though you can't really see it. There's also no mute switch. It's just volume and power. And then the cameras. Moving on to the cameras. I'm just going to have a completely great guess and say that one's the real one. That's the real one. These are the two dud cameras. It is slightly raised up like the iPhone 11. And yeah, it's based off the Pro and the Max model, as we've called it, the Prax. The LED there just looks like a single LED flash, and that there should actually be a button. Usually it is on iPhone clones, but there's no information on here whatsoever. It is just a plain black back. That is it. Actually, it's more grey than anything. So the back material is glass, which is good. And the frame is made of plastic, which is to be expected, of course. But anyways, let's go ahead and take this off here. Now, when I removed this one last time, I removed the actual screen protector, but I don't think there's a screen protector on here. My god, there's actually a notch. The bezels are also bigger than Mount Everest, but we'll see. See the front-facing camera there, the earpiece, and some sort of a proximity sensor there, but there is the notch, but it's sort of like cut out kind of thing. Because they've got there's a screen protector actually on there, but it kind of just looks weird. Just looks weird. I don't know. We also have the SIM tray here, which supports a micro SD card as well as two SIM cards, two nano SIM cards. So I'm going to go ahead and populate that, and then we're going to go ahead and switch this thing on Wait till you see when we power on this thing. The bezels are just, yeah, they're big. They're big boys. All right, here we go. Hopefully you have charge. Please have charge. Please. Breezy Cloud or a welcome. A dub? Hi. Thanks for buying this iPhone, Cloud. You're welcome. We're off to a fantastic start. Okay, hello to you too. Android is starting, so it's gonna probably have some iOS look to it, maybe. We'll see. We will see. There you go. There's your bezels. But at least we got a notch. It says 4G. I guess we're gonna swipe up to unlock. Shifty bastards, they put the iPhone lock sound in there. Look at the animations of that. Jesus. They didn't even try. Like, we've got a Safari icon. We've got an iTunes icon. We've got the settings icon. But we have Android just sitting right in front of our faces. They didn't. Did we even try, guys? No, we didn't. We didn't. Oh, that's not looking like pie. It's looking like lollipop. Maybe marshmallow. But we will see. Okay, so I can and will verify that it is a 6.5-inch display, but with the bezels, it makes it a 6.1-inch display. So there you go. But anyways, straight off the bat, this menu here, that's it. That's your home screen. That's it. Just run of the mill, really. As I said, it just all the iOS icons are stolen here and there. It's kind of like a mix of them. I know the screen resolution looks pretty crap. Let's just stuff it. Let's just jump straight into Fingerprint and get this thing done. We are gonna swipe. Right. Okay, we'll get back to Fingerprint. No worries at all. So we have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, SIM cards, data usage, more. Let's go have a look at cellular networks just in case. 4G recommended. Yeah, okay. Fuck, we're moving up in the world with 5G. Wow. Stuff it. Let's go 5G, man. I want to see it. I want to see it kicking at 5G. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We're rocking 5G on this thing. That wasn't in the listing. They're coming up with new innovations. I got to applaud them. So I'll just pretend to clap. Obviously, no NFC or anything like that. It is just bare bones bullshit as usual. Display, we have mirror vision, usual, adaptive brightness, blah, 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 blah. Nothing much else. I'm going to go into wallpaper and see if they've stolen any iOS ones. So let's just have a squiz. I believe that is. So we're going to set that one. Nice. Fingerprint. I wanted my fingerprint. Damn it. Maybe in security, maybe. Sound of notification is the best order here. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. All the profiles and all that sort of stuff. Smart wake up. You just do some gestures and all that sort of stuff. Non-touch gesture. Okay, so unlock screen. How does one do that? Okay, so hi, wake up, do something. Hey, hi. I don't know what that does, but it must do something. Apps. What kind of malware is running on here? Probably some Fprint MA. Looks a bit dodgy. Yeah, nothing much here, but probably in system there's probably going to be something hidden around there. Storage and USB, 32 gig used of 128 gig. Either that's a really big system install, or that's more than just a bunch of bullshit just there, because 128 obviously not. And my SD card just there. In battery, we have approximately 2 hours left, which is always usual. If I restart the device, it'll probably come up and say it's got a day left or something, but these things die pretty quickly. Memory, we have 6 gig. Average use, 25% with 4.5 gig free. We'll go security and see if it comes up in here. Voice unlock, you guys know what that shit is. Lock screen message, nope. There's no fingerprint. How about face lock? Here we go. Use the face for unlock. Yes, please. Okay, no worries. Terms and conditions, no worries. We're going to take a photo of your face and upload it to the web. No problems at all. All right, let me try this. Okay, with my goofy looking face enrolled, let's try it. Hey, there we go. It does work beautiful. Holy shit, can you see that pattern that's going on the screen right now? I don't know if that's my camera or the screen's just having a spaz, but yeah, that's fair. No worries. Okay, well, that was fun. Accounts, we can set up an iCloud in here. Google, language input, backup and reset, all that sort of stuff. Come on, about phone, let's go. Wireless update, we'll try that in a second. Status, let's see here. Sims says HSPA, of course. Our 5G is only 3G. Of course, the serial number once again is 0123456789ABCDEF. It is nothing unusual. This is what they do on clones. Well, terrible Wish clones anyways. In here we have X20 Pro, Android version 9.1. Let's just see. Can't remember how to do this. Yeah, well there's Pi, but once again, they could have stolen that and put it on here. The CPU model is MTK6592 octa-core with an LCD of HD 720 by 1280. The security patch is July 5th, 2019, and we have the build number there, which says a bunch of crap there. We'll just make ourselves a developer. Oh, Jesus, I sneezed from the bullshit coming off this thing. So I think what I'm going to do is connect to my Wi-Fi network, and we're going to see what this thing can do. Let's try a wireless update and see what happens. Usually okay. Mate, we have Wi-Fi. Why you no work? Alright, updates don't work, that's fine. Just playing around with the notch a little bit there. You can't even hide the notch or anything, it's just permanently going to be there. So, at least they've sort of tweaked the UI to be somewhat okay with the notch being there. Also, if you want to uninstall something, this is what happens. Yeah, the notch kind of covers uninstall, so yeah, they didn't really optimize it very well. I missed trying to do fingerprint. I wanted to try and enroll my finger to see how fast the fingerprint scanner in this thing was going to be. Otherwise, look, everything else here, like backup and restore, yeah. Calculator is probably going to look like usual. Stock. Basically everything here is just meh, and I'm slightly underwhelmed so far. From the Note 10 clone I had a look at to this, yeah. Let's open browser and see what comes up. We're just going to deny everything, of course. We'll just go into Google. Go ahead and do the good old YouTube channel test thing. Well, damn. Okay, so that was a long and tedious process. I tried to do the YouTube test through the Google app built onto the phone, but that only resulted in it playing at 144p, and it refused to do anything after 10 seconds. It just froze. So I've had to sign in with my Gmail. Luckily, it's a spare Gmail, so I don't really care. And I've updated YouTube. So let's see now if it will actually play. Oh, fuck. I'm currently recording this video on my Note 9 at the moment, which I've had to put into hotspot mode to connect to this, because it just, for some reason, even though I'm sitting right next to my Wi-Fi, it just refuses to do anything. And so I've had to hotspot it, and now it's, you know, that close, and it's still kind of shit. Also, I kind of needed to do the Google Play stuff because I'm going to try gaming as well on this thing. Wish me luck. Now, I've also had to put this thing on life support as well because it was just dying really fast. And the device is also getting really, really hot. Now, it's quite hot in Australia at the moment, with it almost being 44 degrees tomorrow, which is just ridiculous. Obviously, I'm going to edit this after that day, so I'll let you know how I cope during the heat. It's going to kill me. Holy fuck, it is getting so hot. I don't remember setting a pin. How ironic. A Wish ad.
The moment, why am I going over there? It's here. And now for the absolute moment of truth. Is this actually going to be? Like, I can't see. It looks like it's in the middle of the screen. Like, I don't know. Let's see, folks.
That's at 144p. Sorry. That's at 240p. And it's struggling. Really, really struggling. Doesn't work.
Please enter the fingerprint positive. Place the finger on the center of the sensing area. Please lift your finger after pressing.
We've bumped up to 360p now, and it seems to be okay. But it's not just that. The thing is just getting extremely hot. Like, I can't even hold the back of it here. I can hold it just here, but up here it is boiling hot. It is ridiculous. So the YouTube test is a bit of a fail. Wish me luck for the gaming test. Oh god. Okay, I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to get Need for Speed installed onto this thing, and every time Google Play Games opens, it just crashes. So I have to restart and start again. I got Minecraft installed, so that'll be an experience. Okay, this is Minecraft on the default settings. Definite 6 gig of RAM and 8 core processor happening in here. Literally everything is on the lower settings, and this is what you get. Safe to say, gaming is not a strong suit on this. Even Need for Speed ran on the last couple of phones, and this one, no. Okay, so just a bit of an update. I finally got Need for Speed running on this. So let's see how it performs. It's hard playing with one hand. Well, you get an idea that it does work. Sort of. It's actually running better than I would have thought. So that's one thing. You can only run it for about 3 minutes or so, and then it just overheats and just dies, and that's it. Just reboots. That's all it does. Let's just go ahead and do the speaker test with Mick Gordon's Rip and Tear from Doom 2016. Let's just see how it fares out. Sounds shit, it's very loud, and that's about it. I think I'm gonna have to put the case on it because it's just getting so friggin' hot. Does the case even fit phone? It said phone. You know what? They were close enough. But that's still... Fuck, that's hot. My god. Let's go ahead and open the camera. Well, this looks a little bit different than the Note 1. The Note 10 one. Oh, could I also say how many times it's actually rebooted and just crashed because it's just overheating? Anyway, 16 megapixel camera, yep, and fine quality. Cool. Well, at least we have a beauty mode? No, face detection. Okay. No, beauty mode's up here. Yay. Obviously I'm recording at night, so let me just do the camera test tomorrow in the heat, and I'll splice it in here. Okay, and the front video quality for the iPhone Pro 11 Max thing, it's very sunny, very bright. Does it look any good? I don't know. Well, that's the front camera anyways. I don't know how well this test is going to fare out considering there's a helicopter hovering right above me and it's making a whole lot of noise. But otherwise, there's our textures. This is with EIS on as well. I think it has some sort of autofocus. I think so. As usual, we'll just focus on the frogs. Just for colour. So. Seriously, what the fuck is that? Okay, using the camera also just crashes the device and it just returns back to the home screen. So, let's run GEEKBENCH before we get into the specs, because the specs are going to be absolutely horrendous. Okay, well, straight away we have X20 Pro, Android 6, and a MT6580 processor, which seems quite normal for these things. Let's run the benchmark and just see if it doesn't crash or something. We'll see. And the results are in. 428 single core and a multi-core score of 821. Memory, 1 gig, quad core. Let's go ahead and run the spec applications just to see what we're dealing with. Alright, everything is installed, so let's start with Antutu, just to see the bullshit specs, of course. X20 Pro, MT6592, 9.1 quad-core, Mali 400MP. The resolution of the display is 480 by 996. There you go. The rear camera is 16 megapixels. The RAM is 4 gig. System storage, 64 gig. Internal storage, 64 gig. Yeah, okay. At least we got a quad-core. The display, 5.5 inches. Sure, why not? Let's do multi-touch. Oof, more than a 5 point. This is good. Oh, only 5 point multi-touch. That's okay. And the camera's there, 16 megapixels for the rear and 8 megapixels for the front as well. 25 degrees the battery's at. Doesn't feel like it. Android SDK version 27. Well, we've obviously established that it's Android 6 running on this thing anyway, so I believe that's Pi, but we'll just ignore that. Sensors and all that other good stuff. All right, next one. In CPU-Z here, it says we have an MT6592, which is not correct. It says we have 8 cores, but we've got 4 cores listed. And the display is 480 by 996. Very strange. It's just a really odd resolution, but okay. API level 23, that corresponds with Marshmallow, I believe. Should be Marshmallow. It said Android 6 in GEEKBENCH, so should be right on the money. There's the thermals there. So 56 degrees, almost 60 degrees for the CPU. So that's what it feels like on my hands. Just like 60 degrees, holding 60 degrees. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay, next one. It's just an X20 Pro, X20 Pro, X20 Pro. MT6580, Android 6, Marshmallow, and of course the MediaTek MT6580 system on chip with a quad core. Total internal memory, 64 gig. Used internal memory, 10 gig. What? It says 4 gig in this, but then free RAM is 1 gig. So, alright, hopefully Droid Info tells us the correct stuff, but I've kind of got an idea of what's going on. Once again, the battery capacity, 100 milliamp hours. That's about correct. The Note 10 had like a 2 million something battery. This has 100 milliamp hours. There we go. In cameras, we have the rear one as 5 megapixels and the back one as 2 megapixels, which seems about correct. Okay, let's try Droid Info and see if we can get some things on the storage here. See if we can get the definitive specs. Okay, this looks promising. RAM is 4 gig. What? All right, let me try another one and see what that says. Okay, that's more like it. RAM is 0 meg, but we're going to establish that it's 1 gig, and the flash module is 16 gigabytes, which sounds correct to me. 16 gig, 1 gig, and 16, that sounds about right. That's right, it was GEEKBENCH that said it had 1 gig of RAM. That's right. If anyone wants to see, there you go, feel free to pause the video at the scores with that. I imagine it is a very good score right there. Yeah, at the moment, I know what the specs are, pretty much, sort of, but I want to tear it down, as I usually do, because I want to see the insides of this thing and why it is so damn hot. Is the CPU just right up against the shell? I don't know. I have no idea. So I want to take it apart to see what's inside of it. But what can I say about this thing? It crashes, it lags, it's just horrendous. The Note 10 was actually usable. This just, the amount of time I've had to wait trying to install one game is just ridiculous. It's just not worth it. Hey, it's my money I spent, so that's okay. That's alright. Stuff it, I'm gonna go take it apart. I haven't done the camera test, but that's alright. We'll just take it apart. That's fine. At least he waved goodbye to us. If I had some sort of thermal imaging stuff here, I could tell you like how hot that is. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. All right. Obviously, with no visible screws anywhere or anything like that, not even the ones down here, we just open the back glass. We just pry it off. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. The device has heated it up for me. There we go. Just slicing around like no one cares. There we go. That's it. Done. Oh, wow. Okay. Jesus. Well, Apple, that's how you replace some back glass. You just do that. Apple fanboys are going to hate me. Okay, so it says it's a Galaxy. No, it's not. No, it's not, friend. It's not a Galaxy. But okay, that's why it was getting so fucking hot. Yeah, that there. Holy moly. We also have a random flex connector that's just unused, and this battery here that just, you know, got a bit of space there. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. What is the battery rated at? Oh, that's a different one. I'm gonna have to Google that because I don't know. We also have the flex ribbons all labeled there. 2019. Ah, fairly new. All right, well, I'm just gonna stick you back in your car because there's also a metal sort of housing as well, just along there. But I'm gonna take it a little bit further apart. Okay, at this point, I'm actually dead. Because the frame just lifts off, sort of, somewhat. You see 3 cameras. Yeah, you just pop this off. That's machined aluminium there. Most expensive part on this thing, I would assume. Oh, it's... I did a jerry rig everything. I forgot to take the SIM tray out. Whoops, my bad. Okay. Now it'll come out. Yeah, you literally just take the frame off. Sure. Okay. There's a bit of a better look at the board there. We have our little guy there. No optical image stabilization whatsoever. The flex ribbon isn't even seated in there properly, so there's another flex connection here, just unused. I'm going to try and flip the board up somehow without killing it, because I want to see underneath it. But yeah, you can see the metal construction going around. So that's some sort of rigidity. Is that even a word? Rigidity? Nothing to see in the speaker portion. You can just see the massive speaker there. It's not really massive, but it's there. Yeah, microphone and Wi-Fi, antenna bands, all that sort of good stuff. The buttons also just flew out as well. I just worked out also that I didn't have to take the back glass off. I could have just unsnapped the back panel and it would have been in. But I didn't. Oops. There we go. That's everything there. 1 plus 16. Yep. I don't need to say any more than that. Then we have the X20 sensor at the front, as well as the front camera as well. And then just in there, you can see the nice thermal cooling that we have. All the thermal cooling. And then we have the tiny little earpiece just there. And that's really it, to be honest. There's not particularly much in here. I just want to see what the battery capacity is because I don't know exactly what it is. But there you go. There's our shitty little board. So I'm going to put it back together now. And hopefully it works. Also, did they just leave 3M tape? They did. Look. Just there. They forgot to put the tape on. So then it's quality control. Okay. No worries. Hooray. It still works. Now time to put this thing back together. Okay, and with all that being said and done, that is pretty much it. I have talked about everything that I can on this device. I've gone through the camera, I've gone through the speakers, I've gone through the specifications and all that sort of stuff, which, by the way, if you want to see the specifications, pause the video here and read all of them. That is pretty much everything that I've come up with on this device. If you see any mistakes in this, let me know. But obviously the advertised specs are not what we got, as per usual. That is the deal with Wish. You wish you get something good, but in the end you just get something absolutely terrible. But all in all, this device is probably one of the worst ones. The Note 10, as I said, was sort of usable. This one, it lags, it crashes, it overheats, it does play games, kind of. It's only got 3G, it doesn't have 4G or 5G. No triple camera setup, the battery is quite terrible, and during the teardown I found out the battery was about a 2320 milliamp hour battery, but still it just dies very quickly anyways. Honestly, there's not a lot going for this one. It's not the strongest iPhone 11 Pro, Max Pro, whatever clone. It's your standard crap off Wish, and if you are seriously thinking of buying this off Wish, please do not buy it. It is not worth the time, the hassle, and the effort, and the fact that it doesn't come with a fingerprint scanner. I wanted that to work, god damn it. But yeah, look, for $150 Australian, plus all the postage and stuff, which is like 110 US, you can get much better phones for the money, that's for sure, 100%. This is just, as I said, if you want to buy it for the shits and giggles, feel free, but otherwise, it is what it is. But finally, while this device is in working order, I just want to do one more thing, just to make sure that it is quite fine to use on a daily basis. Now, you've all seen the teardown of this, so you know what's inside of it, but I just want to do a bend test and just see how it fares out. It fucking survived. Oh, the touch is dead. The touch is dead. It still works! And that, my friends, is going to wrap up this iPhone 11 Pro Wish Clone Max thing. This video is a little bit shorter than the Note 10 clone that I recently looked at, but I just want to make sure I covered absolutely everything, and I think I've done that justice in this video. But yeah, I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed this video for what it is. Feel free to let me know what you think of this down in the comments, and if you want me to have a look at something, you know, on Wish or something like that, please let me know in the comments, and I might think about having a look at it, because I like having a look at clone devices and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, this was an interesting one, that's for sure. Anyways, Christmas is 2 days away, so if you do celebrate it, Merry Christmas and have a very safe one, and hopefully I'll make something before New Year's. If not, have a good New Year's, and I'll see you next year, I guess. That's pretty much all that there is, I think. Be good, people. Thanks for watching. Thank you for 8K subs at the moment. Thank you for all the views. Appreciate it very much. Take care, and I will see you next time.
If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.